Fit over 50 folks, I am going to demonstrate a couple of common form breaks for dumbbell pulls, specifically rows. First, a little suggestion: if you are doing higher volume, lower resistance, double-sided rows, meaning you're pulling dumbbells on both sides. First, make sure that your back is flat, your collarbone is square to the floor. As you drop the spine forward, make sure you're preserving the lumbar curve. But the lower you go, even if your form is good, even if your posture is good, bear in mind that the lower you take that spine, the more potential load there is on the low back. So it's very important, especially at the transitions, not to go too quickly. So if I'm doing rows, double-sided rows with a load that I could do 12, 15 reps with, what I do is I make sure that I am keeping the back flat. I'm bringing the elbows up as high past the spine as I can. But if I'm going to do 12, 15 reps, I'm going to stop partway through, not because my upper back is fatigued or the pull muscles are overly taxed, but just to give the low back a little bit of a break from that sustained forward posture loading. Okay, so you should not be doing double-sided rows with a load that is very difficult to do more than a handful of reps. Why? Again, you don't want to sustain a significant load on the low back, and the tendency to do that is higher with more weight. So if you're doing more weight, let's say you're doing a load that you really can only do, let's say, 6 to 9 reps, something like that. I suggest, if you don't have a bench handy, you can put a knee on the bench to stabilize. But if you don't have a bench handy, what you can do is brace your non-pull side forearm, not down in the tendinous area right above the knee, but a little higher in the middle, sort of lower section of the quadriceps, perpendicular. And then you drop down to pick up the dumbbell, but you don't round the spine, you don't give up the lumbar curve, keep that posture correct. So you're literally squatting to pick it up, then get into position. Now, a common break in form when you're doing single-sided reps is to, watch this, bring that forearm forward. Because what's happening is towards the end of the pull, as the elbow goes up, and that's the objective, to get the elbow above the spine, there is a tendency to over-recruit the biceps and bring the forearm forward. So what you want to do is try to keep the biceps as relaxed as possible and keep that middle knuckle right underneath the elbow. Don't twist. Keep the collarbone square to the floor throughout. Now, if you're running into your knee, a simple trick is to turn your body towards the stabilizing non-pull side leg, and that should give you plenty of clearance for the elbow to pass the knee. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, so again, no pulls, keep the back nice and flat, get the elbow nice and high, try to keep the elbow relaxed so that the middle knuckle is right underneath the elbow throughout. Okay, and do try to release the shoulder blade, but don't round the spine, meaning the shoulder blade drifts slightly out from the spine, but without giving up the lumbar curve. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a great day.